Hello bass family, and welcome to Everything Bass. I was just playing a little bit of a bass line that I wrote for actually a bass and drums group I belong to with the great drummer Tim Dahl. And we came up with a section where it was dynamically really quiet, and I wanted to combine fundamentals with harmonics. And after putting up the video about the 3 different ways to play harmonics that I know of, some people were asking questions about, if I have examples of how I would use harmonics in a bass line. Well, this one uses all natural harmonics. And if you're not sure what I mean by that, you might want to pause this video, go back and check out harmonics, 3 ways to play bass harmonics, my video on my channel. But if you're familiar with natural harmonics, let's get right into the bass line. I like, especially in a duo setting where it was just drums and bass, I was trying to cover as much harmonic range as possible. So the harmonics being way up there in the spectrum, tied together with a fundamental that's down low in the section, I like that sound. So I came up with this little bass line. So it starts with the D on the 1st fret, or 5th fret, sorry, of the A string, and you're going to play that with your thumb, like finger style. And then I lay my pinky over the 7th fret, D and G strings lightly, and I get the harmonics. Yeah, so and slowly, I want to make sure again, playing my riff slow sometimes really melts my brain. But here we go. So you're going to play with your thumb, play the harmonic. So that's kind of a consistent plucking pattern. Let me go through that again. So you're going to play the fundamental, the D, play the lower harmonic up, lower harmonic up, lower harmonic, the fundamental again, and then back to a harmonic. So let me play that slowly. Okay? So that's that pattern which you actually play twice. The whole first measure is that played twice. Okay? Now we go, and don't shift your hand, just take your middle finger on your fretting hand and push down on the B flat on the E string, but keep the pinky where it is. I love that. So, all right, now we go up, and we're going to shift with our thumb here, and we're going to play the harmonics here. So I was covering with my pinky, now I'm covering with my index finger. All right, so you got that. So let me play it again. Now we're going to shift from playing those tonalities down to a low fundamental G on the 3rd fret, covering the 5th fret D and G harmonics. All right, and that's kind of the entire piece. So let me play it slowly. There you have it. It's a cool pattern, but I don't want you just to learn that and stop. Really, the idea is, what can you do with fundamental played and then harmonics in conjunction? A lot of times when I'm playing live, if we get to a C, I'll throw those harmonics on top. And just to especially if it's very limited instrumentation, just again, fill up a little bit more of the harmonic spectrum, give the audience a little bit more to listen to. But I like that idea. Now, just a simple exercise that you can do to kind of just practice it. You can come up with your own plucking technique, or pattern, if you will. But just start like a C power chord, but hold down the 3rd fret C and just leave your pinky over. And I prefer the pinky because the ring's a bit of a stretch, and you need to be lined up as much with the fret as possible. And just practice different things. You could do just thumb and then hit both of them together. Slide up to D, up to E, up to 10th fret G and practice just and mess around with it. Now you notice on my E, I got a little bit of a dead harmonic on the G string. Oh, now it's good. But what it was, I realized my pinky was a little too much of an angle. I wasn't over the fret. If you can get as close to the fret as possible and keep that technique light, I think you'll see it's more consistent and sounds really good. So I like this pattern. Mess around with, you can keep the same harmonic structure and the same fret movement that I was doing, but maybe try different picking patterns. I realized halfway through one of my demonstrations I had changed the picking pattern, and I think it's because live when we used to, this has been years, but when I used to perform this live, I would just I wouldn't be stuck with one, so I would free form and try different things to try to get this kind of randomness to the cascading harmonics. But I do have it written down in one method, which is the last way I demonstrated it. So if you're a Patreon subscriber, you can go and download the sheet for Cool Bass Harmonics Pattern is the name of the post. Just download it and you'll be able to see exactly what I did. But don't be stuck by that. Don't be hindered by that. Create your own. I'd love it if you created your own, and then put a link to a video in the description below, or go to our Facebook group and share a video of how you changed it. I love that. I'm really excited when I see what other players have done with a simple little idea that I've given them and they made it something great. So there you have it. This is just the tip of the iceberg. And if you guys want, in the description below, you want more examples of putting harmonics into bass lines, let me know, and I'll post some more videos showing you alternate ways you can slip harmonics in. Of course, the master of this is Steve Bailey, and I really love his most recent album, Carolina. You get to hear him doing bass duets, but like with singers or guitar players. And you check it out, because you'll find the uses that he has found to put harmonics in are just the best. And I think he's truly the modern day master of harmonics. All right, guys, thank you much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe it if you did. And consider becoming a Patreon subscribing member. That really helps me grow the channel. You're going to see in coming probably in about a month, we're going to move to a different studio space. And the money that people are giving me through the Patreon really helps to finance that change. And I think we'll create better videos. So thank you so much, and I will see you at the next video.